And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming at you right after the break.
Welcome your Atlanta Braves.
Just about set to go. And starting this one, Chris Sale.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
1 o'clock.
And Sale deals. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2-0.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that one.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Here's Ketel Marte. To third. And a foul ball. Sale, an all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Next offering misses, and that is ball 1. 1 out, bases empty.
Ball 2.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. The Diamondbacks score first. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here's Josh Naylor. Slider right there.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
On the ground right side, and he handles it himself for the out.
Batting fourth, left
Time to
fielder,
take a look
Lourdes
at the
Gurriel Jr.
Diamondbacks lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for him. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get 1 pitch. You better not miss it.
And now it's even up. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Ketel Marte with the blast for Arizona. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. back at Truist Park. And on the mound now, Corbin Burns.
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
Michael Harris II leading things off and takes a strike.
Boog, anytime we broadcast a game with Burns pitching, we expect to see a lot of strikeouts. His ability to fool hitters, it's a real gift, man, and he generates swings and misses thanks to that filthy slider of his. The best way to hit that slider is just don't miss the fastball.
And that one is in the dirt. And the count is 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And there's one down. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. Finding themselves down a run early, they'd like to punch back here with a run of their own.
Absolutely, Boog, but I don't expect them to change their approach because of that run. They still want to put together strong at-bats. Be patient out there and get a feel for this starting pitcher.
Here's Profar now. Profar, who hails from Curacao, same place that produced Andrew Jones. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Got away with that one, left the curveball up a little bit. He's going to have to finish it if it's going to be an effective pitch.
Profar gets a piece there. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Moreno snags it for the second out.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
2 down, bases empty. Now in for the Braves, Austin Riley. Just missed. Two outs, bases empty. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. And the Braves go down quietly. And it remains 1-0. Back here in Atlanta. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Jake McCarthy. Sale back to work. Now a pop-up on the infield. Riley makes the catch. 1 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. And boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, Hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
There's a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the DH, Randall Grichuk. Yeah, there's the strike. And that is out of play. The changeup missing. Now 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a bouncer towards third. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Diamondbacks down quickly, but they lead it 1-0. And we're back. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit.
This is a guy that really has the ability to be more than just a slugger and a home run hitter, but to hit for average, to get on base, and to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
In the air, left field, down the line. This one could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Really nice job staying inside with his hands to fight off that pitch. Man, that cutter was bearing in on him, but he found a way to stay with his approach, didn't spin off it, and he hit it pretty well.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. On the corner for a strike. 0-1. Tap foul at the plate.
Let's go, Braves!
That one not close. And the count 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1. And there's a ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2.
In the dirt.
2-2.
Well done behind the dish. Olson leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. That one outside. And that's ball 3.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far moving the ball around nicely.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
Fouled off. He was late. And that's outside. 1-1.
1-1.
Tying run in scoring position. Bottom half of inning number 2. Strike 2.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Here's a 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So they work around the leadoff double. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Braves nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the 3rd inning. Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Line drive and foul ball. Moreno, a former Gold Glove winner, in the 8th spot in today's lineup. And he was born in Venezuela. Profar has a beat on it. Squeezes it. And there's 1 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Down, ball.
And a foul ball. Sale ready.
That's a ball. 2-1.
Right through there for a strike. And that's outside. That one the other way. And that's a base hit. And now the lineup turns over with 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Back to the top of the lineup. This is Corbin Carroll. Led off the game with a strikeout. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. And a pitch. Swing and a foul out of play. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Ketel Marte up to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball 1.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. That one fouled off, 2-2. Sale delivers. And that one ripped into right. He makes the grab, and that is that. One left for Arizona. They lead it 1-0. Back at Truist Park, set for the bottom of the third. Here's Jared Kelenic. The part about Burns' journey that's so interesting, former fourth-round pick out of St. Mary's, where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. Swing and a pop-up. Marte makes the grab, one away.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Here's Orlando Arcia. First offering misses badly for ball one. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Just missed.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And it remains 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Good horizontal movement on that curveball right there, and just enough to get him to chase it. He placed it just off the corner, and that's one of those where a pitcher says if he's going to miss, he's going to miss off the plate. So really good job. Great pitch for the punch out.
So the batting order turns over. Now, Michael Harris II. Flied to right his first time. That clips the zone. That's strike one.
No balls, 1 strike.
That one fouled off. Way inside. Breaking ball in there, got him looking. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So they go quietly there. 3 innings complete. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Braves nothing. Back here in Atlanta, John Shelby with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Josh Naylor. And Naylor swings through that one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Hit on the ground to short. Arcia. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Here's Gurriel. And that drops in for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Next one misses. Ball 1.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout. Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the center fielder, Jake McCarthy. That's in there. It's 0-1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That one ripped. Corrals it, and that'll do it. And the Diamondbacks down in order, but they're on top 1-0. And we're back. Bottom 4, now batting Jurickson Profar.
Jurickson Profar.
Just off the outside edge. 1-0.
You know, these Braves, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Profar gets a piece there. That one way outside. 3-2 now.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Austin Riley at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. In the air, left field, down the line. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
Off the bat, I thought they were going to score their first run of the game, and that feels like a tough break. But look at the bright side. Really good contact at the plate, and now they're working with not just 1 but 2 runners in scoring position, so they'd love another base hit right here.
Here is Matt Olson. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Here's the pitch to Olson. And it's 1-1.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Checks his swing. Now an appeal to third. And yes, he did. He went around. And a ball evens the count.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
This one popped up, middle of the infield. Naylor brings it in, and there's one down.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So here's the Braves' designated hitter. Mark calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
These fans don't like to see that because they showed up to watch him swing the bat, but this team does not want to let him beat him. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. One runs in. Another comes in to score.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So two in scoring position with one out. And next for Atlanta, Sean Murphy. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. In the air out towards right center. McCarthy trying to get there. Nabs it. Both runners tagging. He scores on the sac fly. It's 3-1.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Up next,
now at the plate, Jared Kellner. 0 for 1 so far.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Slider for a strike.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Strike 2.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
On the ground, and a base hit knocks in a run. Boots it, and he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Well done, drives in the run. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
So runner at second, 2 down. Orlando Arcia getting ready to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Man at second. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, you can't expect to get a great pitch to hit with an open base and a runner on second. He's going to have to really tighten up his sights here, make sure that he can barrel up the ball.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Braves 4 and the Diamondbacks 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Sale back to work. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one.
Well, these Diamondbacks need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
That's down and in. A slider missed. Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Grichuk in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
No strike.
Runner at first with no outs here.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
The 1-1. And that's
2-1.
outside. And misses inside.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
First and second, no outs. Now it's going to be Gabriel Moreno. He's 0 for 1. Way outside, and that's ball 1. No outs, runners at first and second. And there's a foul ball. That one hammered, but pulled foul. The 1-2. That one almost got him. First and second, no outs. And we're at the top of the 5th. Just missing there. 3-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here's a rocket out to left. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. Tag out at third. And that's a double play.
When you're already in scoring position, if you decide to tag, you really want to be more than 100% confident that you can make it safely to third, because otherwise you take a potential run-scoring opportunity off the board. Great throw to third.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Two outs. Ball 1 there. Line drive. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Now batting. Right
so digging in, Corbin Carroll.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And ball 1. Grichuk, the lead runner at second. Perdomo at first, 2 out of the inning. And that one fouled off. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Kelman pulls that one down, and that is that. Diamondbacks strand a pair, and they trail it 4-1.
Now pitching for
Back
Arizona.
now to start the bottom of the fifth and
Number
taking over on the
81.
mound, Ryan Thompson.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Michael Harris the second. Both two in this one. That clips the corner.
You know, these Braves putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
And he beats it. He's safe.
It's a good hustle. And when you're talking about an emerging leader on a team, those are the things that are going to be necessary for him to do to set that example, you know, game in, game out.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. That misses the zone, and that's ball one.
1 ball, no strike.
Gets the outside corner with that one. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Bryce Jarvis getting loose out there. Mantiply getting cranked up as well. Nobody out. Runner at first. The 1-1 is fouled off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And now the count is even.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Check swing. Now an appeal to third. And no swing, says Jerry Hillsdale. Ground ball right side. There's one.
Got him.
To first. Double play. Nicely done.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Here comes Austin Riley. That one the other way. Handles, throws to first. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 5 innings complete. It's the Braves 4 and the Diamondbacks 1.
Leading off for
Next to
Arizona,
hit for Arizona,
second baseman,
Ketel Marte.
Marte.
He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball one. Late swing fouled off. Next offering is in for a strike. And a swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And now it's
batting,
Josh
the first
Naylor,
baseman,
has grounded
Josh
out a
Naylor.
couple of times. Naylor,
Ball
a former
inside.
All-Star, 27 years old, and he was born in Canada. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
One, two now. That's
Ball
down
two.
and in. A slider missed. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that one is inside. Base is empty, one away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Murphy gathers, throws the first, out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
He's got to throw any pitch at any count. 3-2, he goes off speed, gets the out.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one's in there. Strike 1. That one missed. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 6th. Offense held in check there. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Diamondbacks 1. Back at Truist Park, here's Matt Olson.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Kendall Graveman up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Up the middle. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
Man at first, nobody out. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. He is struck out and he is walked. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And it's even up to Ozuna.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That misses. 2-1. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swings through it for the K. Slider got him for strike 3. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish.
Ozzie Albies.
Runner on the move. And first offering is fouled off. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Olsen stands at first with one out. Foul ball. On the ground, could be two. Spin throw, that's one. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. One error in the inning, but nothing more. We're through 6 full. It's the Braves 4 and the Diamondbacks 1. We go to the top of the 7th. At the plate, Jake McCarthy. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. And that's in the dirt. And it's a ball and a strike. That's to third. Riley tosses across to first. One up, one down.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That does it for Chris Sale as the lefty makes way, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching.
Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Pierce Johnson.
Number 38. Pierce Johnson.
Eugenio Suarez stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no
The
strike.
Braves leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is in for a strike.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
And it's strike 2.
They must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Randall Grichuk now. Center field. Harris. And that is that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Braves 4 and the Diamondbacks 1.
Now pitching for
They
Arizona.
hand the ball over to a new arm,
Number
Kendall
49.
Graveman.
Pretty tight game, so they're
Kendall
looking for
Graveman.
quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the
Leading
score
off for the
right
Braves,
where it is.
catcher,
So here's Murphy now.
Sean Murphy.
And there's a ball. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Next offering misses down and away. That
Ball
one
three.
misses. 3-1 now.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And Mike Fillmore right on it. He says he held up.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now it's the right fielder, Jared Kelnick. First pitch just misses. That clips a corner. And a 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And that's the first out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Orlando Arcia.
The shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
And that one is lifted in the air. Carroll moving under it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, center fielder, Michael Harris II.
Michael Harris II. Next up for the Braves, 1 for 3. And that one a little below the knees, and it's 1-0. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That misses,
that's a ball.
and it's 2-1. And that one missing low.
3 balls.
Murphy off of first with 2 away. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him
Up
first
next
base
for
with
the
a quick
Braves,
free pass.
Left fielder,
First and second, 2 outs.
Profar.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jurickson Profar. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
That's outside. Ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
There's a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
2 on, 2 outs. Fouls one off. 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. 2 left on. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Braves 4 and the Diamondbacks 1. Ready to begin the 8th. Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. The Diamondbacks in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Just missed.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
And that skips in the dirt. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Raisel Iglesias getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Lee also throwing.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Pitch misses. Full count 3-2. Goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Perdomo stands in now and watches strike 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2.
0-2.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
Now batting, right fielder Corbin Carroll.
Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
Man at first, 1 away. And another ball. Johnson fires. Fought off foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Pierce Johnson fires. That's too low. And it's 3-2. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to Arcia. That's 1. Over to first, safe.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Pierce Johnson done for the day. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Raisel Iglesias.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Here's the second baseman, Ketel Marte. He's already homered in this game. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
That one finds the corner, and it's 1-2. And down on strikes he goes. Out number 3. The Braves pen comes through in fine fashion. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Braves 4 and the Diamondbacks 1.
Now pitching for
Back
Arizona.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the
40,
bottom of the 8th, Bryce Jarvis. 3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Austin Riley digs in now.
Riley.
Fastball for a strike.
One.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. Next offering is fouled back. Close, but called a ball. And now it's 3-2. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So a man aboard. Next to hit, Matt Olson. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Pitch misses, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2
Riley
strikes.
on at first, nobody out. Outside, and it's 2-2. That one
Just
down
foul.
the line, and it goes just foul. Stays alive. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around second is Riley. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Here's Marcelo Zuna calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
Now batting. Second
Bases loaded,
Ozzie
nobody out.
Albies.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Known for his late inning heroics.
So he came up clutch earlier in this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle.
That one in there across the letters.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
No.
And that misses. And the count 1-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. And it remains 2-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Way to lay out that pitch down.
So they're all loaded up.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
On the outside corner, got him looking. So he needed a strikeout there, and he got it. And now we'll see how they play it defensively.
Yeah, now they can move the middle infielders back a little bit, get into double play depth, and look for a ground ball and roll it up, get a big double play, get out of this inning. I tell you what, that was a big strikeout in a spot where they really needed one.
Here's Sean Murphy.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
The 1-0. And a foul ball. Bases loaded, one away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Murphy started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and that's a strikeout. Mike Fillmore says he went around. And now the right fielder, Jared Kelnick.
Right fielder, Jared Kelnick.
A little bit low. Ball one.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
That's off the mark. Now 2-0.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
So they're all loaded up with 2 outs.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
3-1.
That one finds the zone, and now it's filled up 3-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So they strand 3 and leave them loaded. 9th inning coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Diamondbacks 1. Back here in Atlanta, new inning getting started. And here's the first baseman, Josh Naylor. Iglesias, a righty that throws with power. He features a changeup, a four-seamer, a slider, and he works in a sinker. Swing and a liner foul off to the right.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you...
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. He sends it out of here. And they cut into the lead. It's 4-2.
Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
One down. Next to hit, Jake McCarthy. And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. They got it for out number 2.
Up next to the Diamondbacks, third baseman.
Diamondbacks down to their final out. And now it's going to be Eugenio Suarez. And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. One strike away. Just missed.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, someone from the bullpen had to come in, get a big out, and then had a little time to think about it before he went back out to get the final 3 outs of this ball game. Nonetheless, outstanding job to get the save and secure the win for his team.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.